Cek 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 cek. Halo halo, cek cek. Oke. Oke, kita coba main lagi. Mari kita push rank. Mencoba gacha, apakah mendapatkan pemain terbaik ini? Oke, coba dulu aja. Siapa ini, pemain siapa ini? Tidak terkenal sama sekali. Namanya juga gratisan. Wah, lawan upil basah. Musim dingin saja. Vaporku tadi mana?
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. This, of course, the Saitama Stadium looking so intimidating with the crowd close to the pitch. So much like classic European stadia. So we're up and running. Otto reaching 3 figures in terms of his appearances for the club.
Yeah, this is the first big landmark he'll hit, Peter, so I'm not sure he sees any real significance in it, but to me, it's a foundation that can only stand him in good stead for the remainder of his career.
He's had it nicked away. Beckham. Musiala.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Inzaghi.
Inzaghi trying to keep this in.
Inzaghi.
Messi. He can run onto that. Ruben Diaz gets across to intercept that. Otto. Nicely intercepted. Belletti. No way through. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And it's Messi. He's having a go. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Ah, such a clever touch. The ball is loose and the chase
salah.
is on. Mbappe.
Ke depan nggak? Oke.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
That's a good block, but it is into the corner. Chelsea with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Kawasaki Frontale have the chance to go the other way. Pinches it off him. Chelsea still without a single shot on target. Getting too much time on the ball here. Got it away.
Kocak.
Scored!
Bermain-main.
A momentary lapse exploited with glee. So we have the first goal.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Ngepur sebentar.
Swept in.
What
Tolol.
down when you've got such presence and movement.
Kenapa itu kayak gitu aja nggak gol?
Pedri.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, red. Nice interception. Valverde. Kawasaki Frontale deciding to turn to the long ball now. That is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, they really should. He's looking wide. Valverde. That's been cut out. Well played. Beckham. Hernandez. He is through here. Pedri. Beckham. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. That's Ronaldinho. Oh, that's fabulous.
Well,
Kocak.
not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Jauh sekali dari teman-temannya.
Whatever happens,
Gak usah
that's
toh.
the kind of movement which makes
Edan
us
benak
hope.
benak Rauset.
Shot could be on. Can he fly?
Oh, tidak semudah
Oh,
itu
he's been caught napping.
Ferguson nyetak gol.
Assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that is one way to stop him. Musiala. Succumbs to the pressure. And it's Ronaldinho. He's in a good position. It's Inzaghi! Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Kane. And that is out of play. Odo. Pedri. Ronaldinho. There will be 1 minute added time.
Inzaghi.
The keeper stands strong.
Inzaghi.
He'd
Inzaghi.
done enough. The save was like a bolt from the blue.
Chance!
Alah,
Oh, a decent effort as the first half draws to a
Oracle.
close. Chelsea still trail by the odd goal despite coming so close with the whistle imminent. An intriguing half right until the very end.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Substitution. Here we go again then.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, well played, well played. Well, they've got it again. Mbappe. Time and again they are repelled. That's really well manoeuvred. Valverde. Mbappe. De Paul. Shifted it to the flank. And they can counter here. And he's managed to get free. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Kane. De Paul. Beckham. It's Pedri.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Chelsea still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Pedri. Pedri! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Hernandez with the clearance. That's really well manoeuvred. Cleared away. Mbappe.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Aduh.
Substitution on the field. Chelsea have their third corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's tried one! And for a moment, time stood
Nendang opo guys gue.
Lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Now who's going to be first to this? Messi. Chelsea perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. De Paul, shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. A great escape.
Musiala.
Oh, great feat, that.
And it's Beckham. And his great hit!
Wow.
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
And here's Messi. Just about up to 75 minutes. Szoboszlai.
Nanti kancane ira ono.
Beckham. Szoboszlai. He's had a hit!
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Nah, kayak wis pelanggaran. Tak ganti
It's a
pemain.
move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball.
Alah,
Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Kawasaki Frontale ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good for them.
Musiala promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, what has happened here? He's had a shot.
astagfirullah ragul.
Mbappe, now it's Kane, now it's Messi. That looks a decent ball. He's picked his way through. Good challenge, excellent challenge.
Kawasaki Frontal probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
It's just beyond his reach. Hernandez. Cut it out.
Loh,
Shot! Oh, he's really drilled it.
The keeper felt he had that covered. Some of the crowd were less convinced. It was really well drilled.
apa? Salah pergantian lur.
Substitutions taking place. 2 added minutes have been indicated.
Your approach does pay off here. And that is a little undercooked. And it's Kane. Out to the left it goes.
Prit.
And that is as far as it goes.
Kalahan dan gol yang sangat konyol.
That was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
Masih ada kesempatan 3 kali menang promosi lagi. Tak sambil main top 11 sekalian guys. Kolektif musuh berapa nih? 34-5. Oke, masih unggul sedikit.
they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And the shot! That wasn't far
Mantap, langsung diserang guys.
Was as crisp as it comes. The direction was the issue.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Bernardo Silva, he's a real box of tricks, Peter, with a super first touch and a really nice, silky smooth dribbling style. He's also got an eye for a telling pass, and he's a more than decent finisher too. What we don't usually comment on is his phenomenal work rate, and that will be a standout.
Sopo Sky, Sopo Sly.
Nice, but not
Sembuh
quite
jenenge
the
apa angel?
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
Bastoni. Mbappe. Chelsea disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Musiala spread it left. Alexander Arnold kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Alah,
Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
They're battling for the right to play in the early stages.
status
Looks a good ball through.
Ronaldo malah nggak cari posisi.
Gets it away. Chelsea with the corner. There first. Hernandez can get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Still goalless. Pedri. To Musiala. Real chance!
Mas, gawang 8 meter kok diarahin ke kiper.
This is proving
Kata
to be a
coach.
very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Beckham calmly anticipates. Odo. Pedri. Musiala. Pedri!
Nah, gitu dong.
He's done it! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner. Unstoppable.
Chelsea are in front now. The game's only goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Well, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Beckham. Chelsea are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. Pedri. Referee's given a throw. And it's Conte. That's a lovely pass. Can he finish? Chelsea are looking to go forward now. No way through. And here's Bernardo Silva. He's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Bernardo Silva! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Bernardo Silva deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Kejauhan Mas Ronaldo.
His good intentions. Cristiano Ronaldo. Hernandez. Here's Sané. It's Pedri. Bernardo Silva. Oh, good looking ball. And that is as far as they're going to go. And here's Musiala. He's got away.
Wih, Kelvin Verdonk bos.
It's been lenient here. I think he'll get too many more chances. This looks like a more than decent chance to strike.
Well, it looks very much like he's taken this on. From this distance, it's pretty inviting.
Oh, it's come loose.
Kurang tinggi.
It's one. Oh, the ball's went loose here.
Sekali lagi Verdonk.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's
Tertutup.
almost personal.
Etrik sopo.
Back into the middle. Pedri. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Bernardo Silva. Rafinha in acres of space out wide. Alexander-Arnold. That has not gone well. Bastoni, Musiala, Szoboszlai, Pedri.
Oke, lolos.
It's one-on-one. There's the hit.
Astagfirullah.
Really good save and the
Lepas
last action
kiper.
of the first half. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Chelsea head into the dressing room pleased with the thought that they have that all-important lead. Analysis to come during the break. Solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. No, that's been intercepted. Rotating. Now it's Sané. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. They get a throw in. Ruben Dias. That is a little undercooked. Rotating. Shifted it to the flank. Shot a goal! They've scored! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten. Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very
Apa?
good sides and with such great individual
Pelanggaran
talent.
macam apa
It
itu?
could go either way.
Gavi will play through for the white man. Oh, that's fabulous.
That was lovely, that.
And the finish! It was a attempt in the end.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Pedri. It's a pretty loose pass.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Gavi. He's cut it out.
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Now there's a fight. Cristiano Ronaldo! No mistake! And they get themselves in front! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Cristiano Ronaldo demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Big chance! Must be! Can he finish? Unspoiled kindly here. And he hits the net.
3-1 guys.
What they've been looking for. And he's only too grateful to capitalise
Menang
on
ya
his
nih.
misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done for the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Tinggal banget ya.
So the lead now is 2.
Oh.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can
Eh?
see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team,
And Beckham! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Woi,
Goes down, but nothing given.
if they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And it's Sané. Alexander-Arnold goes wide and looking to get onto this.
bagus ya. Aduh.
Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Hernandez.
There they go, hunting again.
Looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it.
Pelanggaran,
Oh, that's the
bos.
booking. Always looked it.
Fitinya. Oke.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Otto.
Duh.
Summer slide. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Chelsea are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Masih ada Calvin Verdong.
Ruben Dias. Otto.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
De Ligt did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's shifting through the gears here.
Soboslai. Ya Allah, Rakul.
Have won it.
Well, his movement has certainly picked up. He's got that decisive goal on his mind.
Tries a shot.
Sem.
Oh, he's been caught napping.
Kocak ngapuri sopo cah?
Chelsea awarded another corner. Corner number 3 coming up. Good read, meaning to decent hit.
Loh,
Nicely aimed pass.
Fitinya.
And no, he couldn't find fourth quarter of the game. Fermin is there to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Musiala. And now the breakaway. And he's being shifted off it. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well, that's a foul. Free kick to be
Kelvin
given.
Verdong.
Fermin. Great hit! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Vitinha. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo!
Alah.
Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
McAllister. And Adams. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Yamal, and he's managed to get free. And it's Son Heung-min. Adams cuts out the pass. Retegi. And he's in on goal. He's had a shot. Now, who's going to be first to this? Vitinha. Ruben Dias. Joao Felix. Played back in.
Wah, terlalu deras umpannya.
And that will be it. Chelsea can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. Musiala claiming the man of the match award, and there is very little room for argument. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Everything.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you.
Sekuat apa ini juara Liga Champion PSG. Oke. Kita cek dulu. 36-9. Informasinya rapat sekali nih.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack.
Lah. Astagfirullahaladzim, salah seragam putih sama putih. Kocak nih.
As you can see, we've already started here.
Nggak apa-apa, putih sama putih.
And the shots!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Good read, needed to be.
Mumpung masih AFK. Putih sama putih nih, salah nih seragam bu.
Looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
It's a simple game. A striker's job is to find the space as often as possible, and he did exactly that.
Setting audio.
Paris Saint-Germain finding themselves unexpectedly behind.
Oke, kita rebut.
He's had it nicked away. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's fabulous. And the shots! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Beckham to take it as usual. You start as you
Mumpung
need to
masih
be
AFK karena kita salah jersey.
Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Salah jersey guys, kocak.
So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
Messi. Driving forward. It's Saka. Foden. Foden was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Foden. Foden going face to face with his great rival. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ile.
And it's Messi. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Musiala.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Beckham. That's been cut out, well played. Great ball if he can get there. Batistuta. Oh, what a mistake! Beckham. And it's Messi. Foden. Decent hit! It's really well cleared. Musiala. No way through. That's headed upfield. Olise. Now, can they get it back? Oh, he's been caught napping. That's really well manoeuvred. Musiala. Van Dalton cuts out the pass. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And the shots!
Salah seragam.
Save from the keeper. Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
POV salah seragam nih guys. Main efootball.
Chelsea are
Lindur
looking
nih
to go
pemilihan
forward.
seragamnya tadi.
Marquinhos.
Bingung nih. Siapa teman, siapa lawan?
Messi. Mbappe.
Yah, kebobolan.
No mistake. Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And the finish.
Lah di comeback.
Goal.
Efek salah seragam. Bingung.
They've done it. It won't
Kalau
come
di musuh
their reward.
seragamku nggak putih sih guys.
That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Oh, shooting chance.
Kalau di musuh seragamnya beda warna. Kalau di punya aku putih semua ini, jadi salah
What has hit them?
salah kaprah nih.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Mempersulit diri sendiri adalah kunci untuk kekalahan.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Smartly reclaimed. Batistuta.
Sepertinya aku menyerah saja ini kalau begitu. Kita rubah. Kita mencari musuh lagi, mencari lawan lagi. Nah ini bingung ah. Putih sama putih. Mana teman, mana lawan.
Batistuta. Foden. 5 minutes till the break.
Beneran pusing.
Olise looking to get on the end of this. Beckham hoisted in. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Foden. Can he finish?
Dah berhenti saja.
And they're at it again.
Cari musuh lagi.
And a trademark move.
Kelupaan.
Ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really
Sorry. Masih ada kesempatan kok. Santai saja.
they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. Next one! Now, who's going to be
Langsung
first to
diserang
this?
tuh bertubi-tubi ya Allah.
It's anyone's ball now. Well,
Gak
they won't be
dikasih
deterred from
nafas
trying
ini.
again, Peter. They have the bit between their teeth now.
Szoboszlai. He won't be happy with that one. It's looking wide.
Tuh
Ronaldinho.
sinyalnya.
That looks a cracking ball. Big header. Oh, denied brilliantly.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
No way through. That's a nicely measured pass. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty. We hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Musiala couldn't squeeze it through. Bruno Fernandes. And the ball. Can he finish? It's in he goes again.
Oke.
Right.
Tantangan diterima.
He's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little...
Fernando Torres kok di samping berbahaya sekali ya.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to
Musiala.
back to your opposition.
Kok mainmu sungguh jelek.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He has found the way through. Oh, shooting chance!
Oke, sangat cantik sekali dari David Beckham.
Remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about
Great chance!
Tidak bisa. Yeay, tidak bisa.
To the ball. And he's full.
Masih tidak bisa.
Just the wrong outcome.
well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Havertz. Fernando Torres. Fernando Torres. He is just caressing the ball. Bastoni deals with that comfortably. And it's Ronaldinho. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He's had it taken off him. And they can counter here. Szoboszlai. And that could set him on his way.
Soplos. Loh,
Oh, he's got a crucial block in there.
bodinya oke juga nih.
There's the shot!
Nih, makan tuh. Epic comeback tuh.
And the comeback is
Complete.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time. And listen, last line of defence, and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net. So we have a breakthrough. Now, how
Aduh.
will things develop from here? Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit. Chelsea looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes.
Tuh.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Decent hit!
Mantap.
It's
Lah
in!
kok di
All square in the blinking of an eye.
bentar.
Well, going
Cek dulu.
behind has simply
Oke,
triggered a
pas.
collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Dibales, guys.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Szoboszlai. The most accurate pass. Ball is over the line. He is through here. Ball's out once more. Beckham. It's Pedri. Oh, he's found him in space. Great hit.
Anjay, dibales malah aku yang di comeback lagi nih.
The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, the finish looked a guarantee once he was found all alone, and it's criminal defending.
Wolverhampton take the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Ronaldinho looking to run.
Inzaghi, ya Allah,
Kimmich,
tidak seperti di Real Rev.
No, it's Inzaghi.
that's going in strongly.
And he has been fouled there. And we've reached half-time. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
As it's time to announce today's winning lottery numbers.
Lama banget nih.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Belum
Well, I think
aktif
in
nih
these
lawan.
circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you
No,
want to get
sudah
back in
aktif.
it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Well timed, excellent interception. Beckham. Oh, he's ended up in no man's land. And it's Inzaghi. Musiala. He's through here. He's got the shot away! No mistake! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Well, this is just incredible. incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Not a manager, I think.
Lama sekali.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And now he has
Gak siap nih musuhnya. Gak jelas lah, biarin lah.
This one's become,
Yeah, it's a very good contest with...
there's the hit!
Biarin.
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
The lightness of step, the
masih-
sharpness of movement,
masih
the
oke.
certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Chelsea go into the lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Havertz. Pedri.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Enak
As long
banget
as the
nih.
space left behind.
Tong, alah ya Allah.
It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, the control on receipt was far better than the control on dispatch.
Koe siji sijine.
Filippo Inzaghi. Neymar. Aims beyond the defence. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Engages and forces him off the ball. Wolverhampton needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape. Filippo Inzaghi really was well
Oi.
positioned there because he was
Wanjay. Oke juga taktiknya.
Level in a trice.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So all square and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter.
Lah,
As a side, they never lost focus.
lah. Hampir kebobolan lagi.
From the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now they can spring out of defence. Beckenbauer does really well to win the ball there. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Now it's Mbappe. Musiala. Oh, that's a key interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Neymar is wide and looking to get onto this.
Wih,
is doing no harm at all. Well, he did get himself into a good position. Something for him to cling to.
Fitinya.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Kimmich. Foot in.
Ah,
Oh, super find. Shot a goal! Tries to... Has another goal!
oh, refleks yang sangat apa dari kiper.
Game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Can he finish?
Mantap.
And somehow he managed to miss it. Corner number 4 coming up here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Tries a shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Wolverhampton are looking to go forward now. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And it's Inzaghi.
Sok kalah Melayu karo Inzaghi.
In he goes again!
Serangan balik ngono apik banget.
Goes in for the and another try! And again!
Dia nak diserang for to be.
This is proving to be a very good spell. The intensity is great, but they've got to make it count.
Inzaghi! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Yo, gentenan serangan
You
balik.
wonder if that's it
Wah,
now, but there may
piye?
be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
He's had it!
Bajigur.
That's incredible!
Astagfirullahaladzim, malah tercomeback sendiri. Apik banget sih.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Cristiano Ronaldo!
Bales bos.
Scored! 10 minutes and we're all square again.
Masih ada kesempatan.
He picked his spot expertly.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
So
Malah blunder.
almost the chance.
Ah, blunder. Untung offset.
Get himself offside. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Vitinha.
Shoot.
Finish.
Astagfirullah.
Fernando Torres. Otto makes the interception. Vitinha. Musiala. That has been slung wide. Filippo Inzaghi. And it's Inzaghi. Now it's Neymar.
Wah, kocak nih.
That's fabulous.
Menit rawan cuy. Hei, goblok. Goblok kipernya.
He will be kicking himself at the moment. And believe
Kalah
me,
bos ini.
why he's
Menit rawan nih
for
malah.
the right reasons, but
There goes the
Kipernya jelek banget, gol bunuh diri hancur.
position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Memang tidak beruntung guys. Maafkan ya guys ya. Sangat membutuhkan poin nih guys.
Chelsea facing up to the biggest act of this season. It is the day on which they must deliver a real performance to ensure that their status remains unchanged. If they fail, they fall. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. Well,
Hey.
we didn't just miss it. We are up and running already. Chelsea cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. Cristiano Ronaldo. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And here's Batistuta. Batistuta.
Mantap serangannya bos. Semakin berat nih lawannya.
Real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defense saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Well, that was such a smart exchange of passes, and it took so many defenders out of play in one quick movement. Wonderful goal.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Malah ya Allah.
What a quick! Oh, he's behind again. There it is, and the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser. The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen it too late.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Strikernya sono Erling Haaland, ada Batistuta. Orang piye lah musuhnya tuh.
And he was quick to
Mantep
react.
banget.
Ribery.
Menang fair dong.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo. And what's he giving here?
Pelanggaran kamu.
Referees decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick.
Van Buiten sopo yo?
Van Bouten has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. Obviously, he's not going to allow that.
Gol. Kamu. Mantep.
To his finish, an absolute joy.
Comeback,
A
bos.
remarkable moment, and fate is back in their hands. Oh, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made...
Pedri! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Messi.
Jangan cepat, bos. Nggak seperti nanti di menit akhir malah gol bunuh diri.
That is good alertness. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And it's Ribery.
Tuh kan. Dibilang nih jangan cepat puas. Seru tapi ini seru.
Yeah, they say that fortune favors the
Perang
brave,
bintang.
and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Personality in character.
Win the ball and then unleash.
This is quite a battle.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Bellingham. So what can they make of this?
Woi.
Alexander-Arnold cuts it out.
Nggak pelanggaran loh, Cak.
Beating the open affair so far. Goals wherever you look. Passes short and sharp. Hernandez. And here's Messi.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
And the shots. A collective side
Hampir
from
berucut
defense.
Well,
suka
one
kiper.
single lapse like that can do a lot of damage, and it was triggered by the closing down.
Oh, he's bustling through here.
Messi pakai nomor punggung 7, bos.
Changes him with that pass. And here's Cristiano
Wes, kamu pelanggaran meneh.
on the edge of the box. Chelsea presented with a golden opportunity here.
Sorry.
He'll know exactly where he wants to put it.
Nggak tahu nih gol apa enggak nih. gampang ketebak tempatnya.
Still, he just read it. Ribery.
Zhejiang clearly are trying to establish themselves as
Ayo
a team
tuh,
that
jangan
wants to
menyerah
retain the
tuh.
ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always
Lu nggak
a pleasure
dikertu
for
toh
me
tadi.
to see a team move the ball
Offside.
in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Pedri.
That's positional gold, the utilization of space.
Wah, kasar loh.
Chelsea have a free kick. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Big chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Terrific header!
Astagfirullah.
Messi. Neymar. Messi. Oh, it's Batistuta. Oh, he's found support out wide. Cristiano!
Astagfirullah. Duh. Kesurupan opo Mas Ronaldo iki?
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Bellingham! Oh, denied! Brilliant!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Chelsea with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. It's a mighty effort! Decent enough try.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Well, they put it back in a hurry. Bastoni spots it and intercepts. Odom. Right, look promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Nicked him back promptly. He's had a fair tumble under that
Jauhan
challenge.
bos.
Bellingham. Now it's Son Heung-min. Alexander-Arnold wins the duel this time. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Chelsea playing their part in a real slugfest here. A glut of goals and nothing to suggest much is going to change. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Terrific half. 4 goals split evenly. Beautifully set up for the second period to follow. So we're just settling back into this second half. No changes at half. Oh, smash!
Astagfirullah.
Neymar.
Dari tadi sundulannya kena tiang terus.
And it's Christie.
Astagfirullahaladzim.
He's done very well to get to that.
Bukan harinya Ronaldo ya.
Anticipated that well, didn't he?
This is their second corner of the game.
Alah. Sudah terlanjur kepencet.
And the pass is intercepted. And here's Batistuta. Bellingham.
Oke, depan ini.
Pedri. Oh, good spread. Mbappe. And he's managed to get free. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That pass has been well intercepted. He's found a way through.
Enak ya, Messi enak banget ya.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Van Bouten. Mbappe did well to step in there. That
Ya
was
tuh,
more than necessary.
tanggung jawab tuh.
He's had a shot.
Nah,
There's a goal! Extraordinary, just extraordinary resilience in amazing circumstances. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive. The finish
depan guys.
exquisite.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's a move of great
PP
promise, but
Mbappe. Mbappe sudah capek.
Substitutions taking place.
Chelsea have their third corner. Ruben Neves is there and he can get that clear. Batistuta.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Back into the middle.
Jauh banget.
Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Ribery.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Chelsea still have the cards to affect this game. Bellingham.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Bellingham! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Lah, malah Jamal Musiala. Fitinya sekalian kabeh.
Chelsea get their fourth corner. Zhang have the chance to go the other way. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Ribery. Batistuta. Haaland. Haaland!
Mang Samu gawangnya 15 meter lan Haaland.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And here's Haaland. Chance in a header! And it's come back out to
Anjir. Mantap, mantap, mantap. Lawannya mantap sekali.
Very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, that goal just serves to give them the momentum and psychological edge now at this stage, but for me, they've got to chase a winner.
Ayo.
Don't you just love
Malah ono N'Golo Kante.
there to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Messi. Nice ball and he's in here. Now it's Ribery. Well, what about it? So close to victory and it has got away. In with the challenge.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's got away. Oh, and he's through the middle.
Iki.
Summer slide.
Ceraan.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Jamal Musialai Janis
Well, that's not the cross he had.
mati kok malah melebu.
Kimmich. Somewhat off target. Ribery. And they're back on the ball again. Now it's Haaland. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes.
Ayo
He's
dong.
found the way through.
Kimmich.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but
Lah
the
tekan
execution was
ditunggu. Ayo Jamal. Astagfirullah.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Ribery. Coming on the field is number
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Bellingham. That's a nicely measured pass. Bellingham. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. It's
Astagfirullahaladzim.
Haaland. He's picked his way through. Hoisted clear. So that's it.
Imbang.
All over. What a game. A contest of
Gak jadi menang.
ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, neither side can get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier.
Wah lah, nah ini nggak bisa promosi, harus bertahan ini, kudu menang. Nah, enggak ya KO. Sadar. Udah tak mirip GBK.
Chelsea brace themselves. They are in desperate trouble. Despite all the brave faces and the united front, it doesn't take too much to see that they are a team very much on the edge. Can the next 90 minutes earn them a stay of execution? Such scenes here. A sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. And as you can see, we've already started here. Chelsea come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond. He won't be happy with that one. He's got the shot!
Astagfirullah. Mepet sekali.
Build up. It all deserved a better ending.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Nicely intercepted. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Beckham. Tries a shot! It's loose, and there's a race. Oh, they could be caught out here. Beckham.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this fella, Ruben Neves, I suspect would be a key factor, Peter, sitting deep in midfield, which gives him a great view of the landscape all around him, and he can spray balls all around the pitch and really get his team moving forward with momentum.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Odo. Robertson defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
That needed to end with efficiency and incision, and we got neither.
Oh, such a clever touch. Terrific header.
Hmm,
And he has
susah
kept it out
sekali.
somehow.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Owen. Pedri going face to face with his great rival. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's been cut out, well played. Neither side yet able to find the net. Otto did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Donnarumma will lay claim to that. And it's Ruben Neves. Pinches it off him. Kimmich. Hits one!
Wah,
They've scored!
lolos.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Indonesia have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this should...
He gets big! No, not the best of headers. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Robertson. Mbappe. He's going to be disappointed with that. Robertson. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, shooting chance! There's a goal! What a great message of defiance. They are pumped for this.
Indonesia really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Musiala. Musiala kok sudah habis.
Substitution in progress.
Indonesia can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus and then bang, you're pegged back again.
In with the challenge. Otto, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Cristiano Ronaldo. Kimmich. Bastoni gets over and intercepts.
Kontrol yang sangat apa dari Ruben Dias.
Ruben Dias. Now Otto, and it's Beckham. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And here's Son Heung-min. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And the first half is done. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. So your views on the first half?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
Coming on the field is
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And the game has already resumed here. Chelsea do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Now it's Beckham.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's got to.
Walah.
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Kimmich. Ruben Neves. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Ruben Diaz. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
It's out for a goal kick. Chelsea can make their change now with a break in play.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Pedri. And Dyke promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Indonesia appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Great hits!
Alah,
Really well taken goal.
Ferdinand kalah.
They're back in front. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Oh, alamak.
That's what has to be done now. No question about it.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and they'll get clinical.
Apa pelanggaran nih, mah?
Bellingham unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Targetnya kudu menang, cuy.
And he's cleared it out of harm's
Malah
way.
terdegradasi.
And that is a little undercooked. Oh, good. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Number 11, Min. Coming on the field is number 22, João Felix.
Chelsea have their second corner now.
Yo, Felix.
And again!
Astagfirullah.
It's in! Relief! They just believed, and they believed again!
There's the superb character and personality we always talk about, Peter. And you can tell it's really unsettled their opponents. The question now is, can they take maximum advantage
Alah.
of what they've just done?
Felix.
You won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter.
VT-nya astagfirullah.
Oh, he's missed it.
Well, Peter, he clearly felt he was being invited to shoot, and it wasn't the worst decision he could have made.
Played out towards the right wing. It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. Oh, what has happened here? And here's Ribery.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Pressingnya apik banget ya.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Angel ditembus.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Well, what about it? Chelsea are taking this the full distance. Terrific stuff. Chance! Decent hit!
Astagfirullah.
That was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Yo Felix. Lalik Felix.
Might have to settle for a draw here, although
Imbangnya tetap tidak bisa menyelamatkan ini tuh. Kalah gara-gara jersey mau juga. Ya nggak gara-gara juga sih, kesalahan sendiri.
And he's there. Now it's shot
Wih,
slide.
lolos.
He has found the way through.
Astagfirullah.
And collectively
Goblok banget.
on the faces of the defenders.
certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the
Udah
pressure
per
to
offset,
the
di shoot kok yo. Melenceng jauh.
Time added on 4 minutes. And that could set him on his way. That is a brilliant interception. Vitinha, and that interception was most...
Kalah bos, sorry bos, kalah nih bos. Kesalahan.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Divisi take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Susah banget loh ditembus.
And that's
Kalah.
Chelsea are down.
Istirahat.
And that will hit them hard.
Oke guys, mohon maaf sebesar-besarnya ini. Kita akhiri dulu ya. Kalah menit akhir terus